What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Antoine here, and welcome back! And today's video, we're back with some more Resident Evil 9. Now, of course, we already did the series. It's been done, over with. We did all the episodes. I even platinum trophy the game. You already saw the clips of it towards the the beginning of the video and everything. You already saw the beginning video. I platinum trophy, Resident Evil 9 and all that type of stuff. Granted, I don't care what no one says. I used the infantry rocket ammo, whatever. Y'all can call me a fucking loser or cheater, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, I got my platinum trophy. That's all that matters. I earned it. I spent over 30 plus hours into this game. Didn't walk through over it. I deserve my platinum trophy. Plus, this is like the easiest Resident Evil, like out of all the Resident Evil games that came out, this is the easiest one to get the platinum trophy. So, I figure why not do it? And plus, the replay value in this game is actually pretty good too as well. Especially if you try to be like a speed runner or whatever. But nonetheless, though, I'll show you guys the whole platinum trophy, the proof, and everything towards the end of the video, and all that. You already know how it goes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, today's video, we'll be doing our thoughts and opinions on Resident Evil 9. Yep, I have spent 30 plus hours in the game, platinum trophy hit, did some replay value, all of that. Now it's that time to do our thoughts and opinions on Resident Evil 9. And honestly, like I said, I bought this game on the day that what's funny part about this whole entire thing is that I pre-ordered the game, yes, but I got the game. However, I only played it like I think like 2 days after it came out or a day after it came out. I believe so. Because I was so busy playing on Fortnite, trying to get that Unreal, Platinum Trophy. No, not Platinum Trophy. I was trying to, do like the road to like Unreal thing that I was doing while this game was happening. I was gonna play it on the night that this game came out, but then I was like, let me skip that real quick. Let me grind to get to Unreal because I believe this is like the season to get it. And if you guys don't know, we're currently in Chapter 7, Season 1. Well, now as I'm recording this, we're in Chapter 7, Season 2. I grind this whole entire thing out. This is like when Fortnite announced their delay and all that shit, and I basically was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play it on the night that it come out. I'm gonna play it like maybe about a couple of days, like 2 days from now, and I'll play it. Got to Fortnite Unreal. Yep, got to Unreal in Chapter 7, Season 1. That was a really good season, in my opinion, solid season. Um, and then next I played it. So next thing I played the Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and man, it was a crazy long ride, but you know what? I'm cool with that, and I'm glad that I put all my time and effort into Fortnite to get to Unreal, and now I put all my effort to Resident Evil 9 Rec Room. That's why you're getting this my thoughts and opinions on the video like right now. I usually do this every single year. I think I started this back in like 2024, 2025. I can't remember. To do it like on every single like gameplay walkthrough I do, like I give my thoughts and opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you guys who probably new in this channel and have no idea like why is he making this like random, thoughts and opinions video with no background, not hearing the music. I'm like hearing the music or anything. Listen, I want y'all to hear me about this game, give my thoughts and opinions on the game because granted, if you guys want to watch the series and everything, you can watch the last episode that I did on Resident Evil 9 Requiem and all that, so you can hear the background, hear the background and all that. Sorry, my voice is kind of fucked up a little bit, and I do apologize, but um, I'm just trying to get this thing going on because I'm a little bit sick. But nonetheless, though, yeah, we did it. We beat Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and honestly, like I said, this game, I ain't gonna lie, man. This game, man, I, all I gotta say is this: I don't see why not it should get nominated for Game of the Year. That's all I can say. Like, I don't see it. This game, when it first was announced, a lot of people did not wasn't so sure about this whole entire Grace Ashcroft antagonist. Oh wait, oh not antagonist, like protagonist. Like, oh, we got to play as this Grace Ashcroft girl. Like, why are we bringing the girls into the game? Well, I don't mind females being like the protagonist in any video game, or males, or aliens, or fucking animals. I don't care as long as the game is good and the story is great and not no fucking bullshit going on, not no scam and all that shit. I'm cool with it. And no matter what Resident Evil game that the Capcom decide to play, whether it's a girl or a boy or a man or a woman, I don't give a damn. I don't care. No matter what it is, I'll still play it. You know what I'm saying? I'll still give it a shot. And I did. I gave it a shot, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, it was worth the damn shot. And I'm very very, very, very happy that that it happened, and you know, and all that type of shit. It was just it's insane. Uh, so I'm just glad that I was able to beat this game, play it, and experience it. Go on the rerun and all that. I mean, normally I just play the game once, Resident Evil games, and don't play it all. But this platinum trophy was so a doozy. Like I was like, it's so easy. Like just go get the platinum trophy. Got the platinum trophy. Played on Sandy. Do all that shit. It was very clear that Capcom wanted to go the easy route with this, and I'm glad they did this, and it's very cool and everything. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are probably wondering, I already know what's going to happen for if we get destroy Elpis and all that. Leon dies, and the game be over. You want to release Elpis? That's the true ending here. They're just giving you two fucking endings because the whole objective was to destroy Elpis, right? But what? Why though? Why destroy Elpis? I mean, this is bioweapon shit. That's just like, I wonder what happens if we do release it. So that's why I was kind of like, why not just release it? And next, Elpis was an antiviral to cure the T virus from people who have T virus. And I'm like, oh, so Oswald Spencer was actually trying to do the right here, but he's still a piece of shit for like fucking starting this whole umbrella shit that led to Raccoon City going to shit. And it is I like I said, I'm glad you adopted Oswald Spencer. I'm glad you adopted Grace, but you're still a piece of shit, and you should rot in hell for that. You did all this shit. All this is your fault. But that's not here, that's not there. Um, but that's not here, that's not there. Yeah, but this game right here, like I said, I enjoyed it from the moment it started all the way to the end. It wasn't that much scariness, I will say, in this game, but I kind of enjoyed it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Granted, you were supposed to play this the Grace first perspective mode on Grace, but I decided to play it on third person mode for uh for both Leon and Grace. The reason why I did that is because I like Resident Evil like that way. I've been playing Resident Evil game for so long that say especially in first person, to the point where I'm used to first person. Why not just play it? You know what I'm saying? Granted, when Resident Evil came out, it was like an open world view where you could only shoot. There was no third person, no first person, whatever. And I like first person mode. I like third person mode Resident Evil either way. I just like the third person mode better on this game. I granted you're supposed to play on first person mode for Grace to get that scariness. It is recommended by Capcom. You're supposed to do that, but I like the third person so much in this game. I'm used to third person in in this game for so long, in Resident Evil so long. It just makes sense. So um yeah, uh so it is what it is. So I don't know. It's just how it is. So it's it is. But anyways, besides that though, like I said, yeah, I decided to do it both on third perspective and everything else. I did play on first perspective when I was off camera, and there were some scariness in there too, still as well. But I played this game so much, it really wouldn't make no damn different. Like the first person mode, it just wouldn't matter. So yeah, but anyways, so it is what it is. So um yeah, but besides that though, like I said, I'm kind of like stuttering a little bit. Like I said, if I start to lose my voice and all that, I'm currently kind of sick, so I'm trying to bear with me for a bit when I kind of lose my voice. But yeah, besides that though, great game. I don't see why it should be like a strong contender for Game of the Year. I'll at least be nominated. I don't know if it's gonna win it though, but if it does win it, then we all know why. Like I will give Capcom credit. Like what is due. Like they really needed. I will say this. I think Resident Evil 7, in my opinion, really resurrect this series because Resident Evil 6 left a bad taste to everyone's mouth who's a fan of Resident Evil for so long. It was so bad because too many story plots and everything in that fucking game. Then Resident Evil 7 scrapped all of that, brought it in first person mode for the first time, and it blew everything out of the water. It was absolutely amazing. Like this game, like Resident Evil 7, the Biohazard one with Ethan in there, they literally saved fucking Resident Evil. I would say that in a dying breath, as I'm kind of currently sick a little bit. Like they literally they saved this fucking franchise, and ever since then Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 9, and everything else, it started to get better. And I hopefully in the near future, they whatever Capcom decide to make Resident Evil games, or go back to remaster them, which they could do that. We'll get to that later on towards the end of the video. Um, I do hope that they keep on going with this because Capcom to me is like one of the only few AAA development studios that actually give a fuck about the community and actually care about what the community and what they want. And what they got was Leon S. Candy back, along with the antagonist named Grace Ashcroft. Some people were a fan of it. I like Grace Ashcroft. Ashcroft, sorry. I love Grace Ashcroft. I prefer her over Ada Wong. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I hate the bitch so much. Fuck Ada Wong. But anyways, besides that though, see, I lost my voice again. Besides that though, overall, this game was actually pretty solid. I enjoyed it. But we'll get right to it. Obviously, we're going to go for the bad and good, and then see we go from there and all that to try to get this through and see what you go from there and everything else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just talk and everything else. But yeah, I mean the game was pretty good, pretty solid. Like I said, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. Um, like I said, when this game came out, I was announced. I did a reaction on it, get my thoughts, opinions on it. I'm like, oh, we're gonna play as Grace Ashcroft. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. Bringing in a brand new, antagonist into the game. I mean, not antagonist, protagonist into the game. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then they brought Leon back. I'm like, oh, Leon's going to. So we're playing as two characters. I mean, it's the usual shit. We did that in Resident Evil 2 with Leon and Claire Redfield. We did Resident Evil 3 with Jill and Carlos. And 4 was just Leon. 5 was Chris Redfield and that other chick. I forgot her name. She was hot as hell. 6 was multiple characters, that include Leon and Chris. 7 was the fucking Ethan, and eight was Ethan too as well. 9, 9 was basically Claire and not Claire, Grace and Leon. So 9 was interesting. So cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm glad that they're going with this two character route. I like that. I like that route. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind though if they ever whatever in the future they do make a Resident Evil game to do put one character in there, but or two. It don't matter. Or maybe three. That'd be cool. But I think you can play three characters before. I think you only play like this character named Chloe, but only once when she was hiding with the girl. But the most part, I say like 99.9% of the part of this game, you will play as Grace and Leon. You'll switch out routes as time goes on. So that's cool and all. So that's great. All right. So sorry for stalling because I know you guys want to get this out the way. Like get to the fucking point. It's why. All right. Jeez for all you fucking TikTok brain rap motherfuckers out there. Anyways, um, let's go. Let's give our thoughts and opinions on the game, the bad, the good, and see where we go from there, and what happens next and all that, as usual. There aren't that many bads in this game, to be quite honest with you, but there's like two that stand out to me that's like not a big deal, but it's something I really want to talk about. So yeah, but the one thing I'll say, the one thing that's bad about Resident Evil 9, I think some people will agree to, some people will not agree to, is that Grace was too weak. Yeah, she was too weak to be quite honest with you. Now, what I mean by that is that Grace, she can like when I play this Grace. This is a spoiler alert, by the way. If you guys want to click off the video, whatever, by the way, because what I'm about to say it is going to contain some spoilers and everything. So I want to tell you guys that right now. You can click off the video and everything else. Like from my perspective, it was pretty good in the game and everything, but I ain't tell the whole thing. I might spoil some things, so just beware if you haven't played it. It would tend to get spoiled, so beware of it. But yeah. But just want to point that out. I just want to point that out real quick. If you guys want to click out the video, just go ahead and click it out. But anyways, besides that though, um, yeah. All right. So let's talk about it. Okay. Let's say Grace was weak. That was the bad part about this game. I did not like the fact Grace was like too damn weak. Granted, Grace is not a typical FBI that trains highly like Leon. She's basically like an FBI analyst, that like reports on things like dead bodies or something that she reports on, like get like the news reports on things or certain things or whatever. She can carry a handgun, whatever, but she's not like Leon type of like fighting style. She's more like a Just a reporter, report things, write things down, click, be on the computer all day. Uh, Rarely eats, all that. Just the typical gun thing, like gun handling thing. I mean, granted, a good thing she can't hold a pistol, but she only can only handle like so much, like things, whatever, and all that. Um, but I would love to see Grace, hold the fucking machine gun, but apparently she can't do that. She only can hold a pistol. So throughout the whole entire walkthrough, basically, if you're gonna play this game, you're most likely gonna have to deal with Grace only holding a pistol, no other guns. Which to me, it kind of makes her weak a little bit, what I'm saying? Because like, when I played Ada Wong, Resident Evil 2, and even the fucking DLC Resident Evil 4, the separate ways, whatever that DLC shit. Great, like she, like Ada can hold so many guns, a shotgun, machine gun. What I'm saying? She has an eye that's a hacking device. What I'm saying? Either Ada Wong Resident Evil 2, although she can only in Resident Evil 2, Ada Wong she only use like a pistol throughout the whole entire thing, but has a hacking device too as well. Can do whatever. I was hoping maybe Grace would just hold a some machine gun or whatever at least, but no, she only can hold a pistol, and that was the only thing that was it. What I'm saying? And on top of this as well, she can't execute like Leon, which I'm not expecting her to do, because I already know right off the bat, as soon as she can't hold a pistol, she only can hold like only a pistol. What I'm saying? Only like when she only can hold a pistol, um, she can only push away enemies, whatever. Which I think that's what you're supposed to do with Grace. You're supposed to not, basically like attack enemies or shoot them down, whatever. I think what you're supposed to do with Grace is basically just shoot, basically, what I'm saying, shoot the enemies out, what I'm saying, and basically I think that's what you're supposed to do. Shoot the enemies, push them away, and then go and run somewhere else. I think that's the whole point of Grace. What you're supposed to do. I realized that as time goes on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, so this is what you do with Grace. You basically, you basically just shoot and run. Basically, you can't execute if you want to, because I did kill like certain zombies, or whatever. Like when I played as as Grace, which is cool. It's fantastic, but I it's just that the problem here is, say you can't do pretty much not it as usual with Grace. Only just use pistols and then push and run. You know what I'm saying? Which that's unfortunate because I was hoping maybe because she's an FBI. I thought in my mind because she's an FBI. I thought maybe just maybe she'll probably just push do whatever, but or something like that. But I guess not. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing she can do is just pistol shooting. You know what I'm saying? That's all she could do, and then just push and run towards enemies, whatever. Now she can sneak attack and basically execute, enemies with that little hydrant syringe, purple little fucking syringe shit, which is one shot enemy, which is cool. But for her overall, she can only like pistol and then just run. That's the only thing she can do. And granted, I'm not expecting Grace off rip to like basically be like the Leon or the Ada fucking Wong and shit, or the Claire Redfield, which Claire, cause she can use so many pistols, revolvers, and grenade launchers, and a fucking EMP fucking shockwave shit, whatever she can use. Like she can use so much in that game, but that's not here, it's not there. Um, you know what I'm saying? And granted, like I said, it's I'm not expecting all of that, you know what I'm saying? But it's I thought maybe maybe there's more to Grace to it, but apparently she can only use, pistols and that's it. Push away enemies. Actually, only can use the syringe stuff too as well. So, that's pretty interesting on that part. So yeah, Grace was weak, unfortunately though, but I still like the character. I prefer her over Aiden Wong anyway. You know what I'm saying? Personality wise and trustworthy wise, and also um, she can't execute or be like the style of profile like Ada Wong and all that, but she can held herself for the most part, and I fuck with it. So she was all right though. I to be fair too as well. I think I like this idea of her owning the pistol. Now thinking about it, because it adds a challenge to this. Because what I was able to like do when I was able to play the first time, it was a very challenging because like she can only use the pistol and the scraps and anything else. She can't execute or do anything. She only can just use the pistol and all that. And then all it was very tough at first, but then I think that's what Capcom was trying to do with Grace: make everything scary but also tough challenging. When you play as Leon, it's supposed to be like an easy way to try to like take you away from that toughness or whatever, and everything, depending on what difficulty you playing on. So, I do understand why they did with this route with Grace because it adds the challenge to it. So I will give her a benefit of doubt. I still like Grace regardless, but like I see what they're trying to do. It was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? Pretty smart. So um yeah. So that's pretty much it. No dodging. There's no dodging in this game. I mean, it's typical Resident Evil. Unless you're in Resident Evil 3, you know what I'm saying, or in Resident Evil 4, where there was actually dodging in that game. There are no dodging in Resident Evil 9. You can only parry, which is cool. I like the parrying system and all that, but you can't do much, unfortunately, when you when you're basically get hit by enemies. The best thing you could do at that point is to parry. Now, if you're Grace, you can't dodge or do anything. For Leon, you can only you can parry and block, sort of in this game, but not as much though. Grace, you can't do nothing. You can't block a parry. You have to literally just shoot the enemies. Hopefully they get stunned, push them by, and just run around. I think that's what you're supposed to do, and I'm cool with that. You know, say I would love if they did have dodging in this game, but overall, I understand. Maybe they didn't want to do it. Maybe they felt like the players preferred the parrying over the dodging. Now, I would have wished if they would have gave the dodging to Grace, that'd be cool. But I guess it's not her personality. Like she's supposed not to be like the FBI agent to like, be all dodgy and parry like Leon and everything. You know what I'm saying? She's more like well, I'm just gonna shoot and run type shit, which is understandable. Adds to more challenging. I like that for Capcom and everything. So, but those are the only two things I had issue with the game though. But overall, still enjoyed the game regardless. So let's talk about the good ones. The good ones in this game. That's a lot of them too, by the way. Um, Characters in this game, very excellent, very fantastic. I love Grace Ashcroft. She's whoever played it acting as her. I seriously hope you do get nominated for the acting in the game awards for 2026. I really hope so. You do get that. You played a tremendous job playing as Grace. It was amazing. I liked her. She although yes she is a bit weak, but weaker than Ada Wong and Claire Redfield. But honestly, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because Capcom's adding challenges to the whole thing. Her personality was pretty cool. She wasn't as annoying. She was straight to the point. Very caring, by the way. She really did care about that girl Emily. Like she was like it was like her own child. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to count. She was scared a lot. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, count me in. I'm down with whatever. So she was going through it then with Leon. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty cool. Although there were no like you're like no attractiveness, like don't try to flirt and shit like Ashley was trying to do in Resident Evil 4, and Ada Wong's trying to play that little fucking game and shit. But I think, but that's not here, it's not there. Grace is basically just phenomenal in a way, and she basically was just doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make these easy, all that, what I'm saying, while I was trying to get out. Granted, it was tough at first, but Grace, she know how to pull things through. She's a very hardworking woman, and I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that that Capcom's trying to bring in new characters into the franchise, because at some point we're all gonna get tired of Claire, Chris, Leon at some point. Well, maybe not Leon all the time, but at some point, we're all gonna get tired of it, man. And maybe Ada Wong, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an Ada Wong for Capcom bullshit, whatever. But at some point, we're gonna get tired of all these characters we know and know and love, and maybe we need to fill in with the new characters, which I'm okay with it for the Grace Ashcroft. So overall, she was a really good character in the game, and I'm glad that they brought her along and everything else. So it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it on Grace Ashcroft and everything. Pretty cool new character. Leon's badass always. The antagonist, Victor Gideus, he was like one of the last few Umbrella people that was experimenting on these girls. The Emily actor played it pretty good. Zeno, even though he did have a short, extended into this game, he played it pretty good too as well. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty cool. And Shirley is back. I'm saying? Shirley has returned. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was happening to Shirley at some one point. We don't even know what happened to Shirley, whatever, because It was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But Shirley came back. I'm glad that she was like the new, new guidance for Leon, which is pretty cool. And I'm glad. I'm glad that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's awesome. And it's great, you know what I'm saying, seeing all the old characters back and everything else, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, the protagonist in this game, the antagonist in this game, overall in general, actually pretty cool. So I enjoyed it. Of course, the third person perspective, the first person perspective is in this game. You can't play either perspective. It don't matter which one. Whether Capcom recommended to you or not, it's up to you. It really doesn't matter. Personally, I don't give a care much. But you know what I'm saying, you follow the person who people who love first person perspective, you can play it that way. But all the people who love the third person perspective, you can play it that way either way. You know what I'm saying? So you get best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Capcom decided to take that route. Hopefully, in near futures of Resident Evil games, they do make it like a thing where it's first person perspective and third person perspective. They put both in the same thing because I liked it both perspective. Either or, it didn't matter. I just played most of the third person perspective because I like the Resident Evil that way. So take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, I'm glad that Capcom did that. Put both first person perspective and third person perspective. Pretty cool. The graphics are amazing. It's always been amazing. I think ever since Capcom made Resident Evil remakes, the graphics has been out of this fucking world. Right, from PS4, PS5. They have been fantastic. This one seemed very spot on, like a realistic type of shit that they brought in, and it was absolutely amazing. And for the most part, I enjoyed it. You know, what I'm saying, for the most part, it was pretty good. You know, what I'm saying, it seemed like it was so real, seemed like a legit what a 2026 game should be like. You know, what I'm saying, not no pixel shit, but this one it felt pretty cool, and I like it. It's pretty cool. The graphics are awesome. The bosses in this game is actually not that bad for real, for real. Granted, you're gonna deal with the chunky dude or whatever throughout the whole time you're playing as Grace, but you can still kill it. You know, say with the Reqium when you play as Grace, and also the chef dude wasn't that bad either. You can easily be killed with the Reqium too as well. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. Yeah, that the bosses, and I think the spider was was Spider was challenging for real, for real. I mean, the Spider was all right. It was all right. It's not too bad. I hate fucking spiders, but the challenging it wasn't that bad. It was all right. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. It was like yeah, it was all right. You know what I'm saying, the Spider was actually pretty cool. Um, and then I think what was the other bosses that was in this game that was actually pretty cool too as well. Oh yeah, the Victor Gideus. That boss battle was actually pretty cool too as well. It seemed like Capcom. I lost my voice again. See, it seemed like Capcom literally is trying to like. I think they're trying to balance out the bosses, not make it challenging, but not too challenging for the audience. You know what I'm saying? Make it like seem like straightforward. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do that in order to like go right through and kill the bosses and know exactly what you need to hit the points at. Granted, it has been almost every single Resident Evil where you kill bosses and be like easy, whatever. It seemed like these bosses in Resident Evil 9, it seemed a bit more challenging, but like it's like straight through what you gotta do. So that's pretty cool. And the bosses are pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I actually like the bosses in this game. So um, overall, I like the bosses. It was little bit scary. Well, it was a tiny bit scary. I wasn't scared for the most part in this game, but when it got to that Grace, that Grace part, when we got to get to that girl meet the girl for the first time, that was scary. I will admit that was scary. It scared the fuck out of me. It was really scary, but for the most part in this game, it wasn't all that scary though. It was alright. It was alright. It was like okay, maybe there were some scariness into it, but maybe there weren't no scares to it. I don't fucking know. It was alright. It was like okay, I can see this. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like a game where it'd be like okay, it could be some scariness into it. You know what I'm saying? And some not scares to it, but but only time will tell. So it's something like that. So It is what it is. So yeah, that's that. Also, this is a biased one. So for all the people who are gonna hate me for this, you can suck my dick. Ada Wong's not in this game. So if you're one of those people that don't like Ada Wong, she's not in this game. So round of applause, yay, awesome. I like that's a huge W. I hate the girl. So um, that's that. This game is going back to Raccoon City. You're going to when you play as Leon, you're going to like go to this East Raccoon City, where you're gonna go to this gas station where you met Claire Redfield for the first time, whatever, and then you made your way all the way to Raccoon City, the city. You're gonna get that experience. I think you'll go to the RPD, the Raccoon Police Department, system, which is absolutely crazy that we're going back there. Like the whole, I don't think that it was the whole talking point. Resident Evil 9 going back to Raccoon City. There were some teasers here and there indicating that we're going back to Raccoon City and everything. So I was cool with it. I was down with whatever. So it was amazing. So back to Raccoon City. You're gonna get that in this game. So that's pretty cool. Um, this game was challenging. It was a bit challenging. No matter if you play it on casual or standard difficulty or the classic standard difficulty or the insanity mode, it don't matter. It's a bit challenging, you know what I'm saying? Like when you play as Leon, even though you play as Leon, you're still gonna need to put like 30 fucking thousand bullets in a typical zombie's head as usual, whatever. But um, you're actually, basically, trying to navigate through things and shit, you know what I'm saying? Figure out ways how to get out, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like Leon trying to do. And then Grace too as well. You're try to, get, get to navigate through how you're going to make it out that road care center and everything else. Try to avoid through the zombies while saving your bullets and everything. Granted, you can't execute like I said with Grace. You can only push and shove and move on. But for Leon, you can do that too as well. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it easier for you for Leon purposes, but even with Leon's perspective, it's still a bit challenging um, because you're still you still have to deal with uh, you still have to deal with with some zombies. They're a bit too challenging, whatever. And I'm glad they're adding into that. You know, what I'm saying whether you're playing as Grace or whether you're playing as Leon, which I'm cool with that. I like that part. They're putting the challenging and everything else that's going towards this. So it's pretty cool that they're doing that. I'm glad they're going to keep doing that. So yeah, it's pretty much it on that one. So there's some challenges into this game. I like it. So it's pretty cool. The insanity mode. Now you won't get the insanity mode off rip. The only way you'll get it if you beat the game. I think standard difficulty you gotta beat the game more in order to get the insanity mode, or you beat it on casuals. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you beat the game, you'll get the insanity mode option to play. I did play the insanity mode in the game, and yes, I used the infinite rocket launcher and the infinite ammos. If you have a problem with it, go suck my dick, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Um, it's no joke. Let's just say that because despite me using the fucking infantry ammos and rocket launchers, that game that it's so different. Let's just say that it's very very different, and it's basically a hardcore mode, but with a little bit with a twist on it. Like basically, let's just say that not everything's going to be the same when you first play it or when you second play it. No matter if you play on casual or standards. Let's just say this insanity mode is a hardcore mode, but with a little bit of twist, like a little difference to it. So when you play that mode, it's gonna be different, and I like that because it adds to more challenging into it. We never had Resident Evil games before that come out and give you like this, oh, you playing on hardcore mode, but we're gonna twist it a little bit. It seemed like Capcom was I think this is the first time ever Capcom done this where they put a hardcore mode but they twisted it. They make it like a little bit different. Granted, there's some parts that's gonna be the same, like you had to get to the mansion and everything else, but they're gonna add a little twist to it to make it look like, oh, I remember this part. I was gonna go right through, but there's gonna be some changes to it. I'm just saying that's how insanity modes work, and I'm cool with that. I like that. Um, the last but not least about this game, well, not last but not least. What else? Oh yeah, the crafting ammo system. I like how we were able to craft ammo as as Grace. I like the idea how basically we can use um, infection blood mixed with scraps to get the like handgun ammos, or some on that purple syringe, or some some healing syringe, like mix like med injectors and all that. I like the idea of them putting into like, hey, listen, when you play as Grace, you're going to be using infection blood mixed with scraps, get some ammo, or get one of those purple injection things. I like that idea because it adds difference into the game. It makes it so different, and it makes it so much what's unique towards when you play it as Grace. Like when you play it as her, you're basically going to have a different ammo type of system. Leon is a typical ammo system you use with gunpowders mixed with scrap. You get some ammos, whatever. Typical like Resident Evil 4 type of system and everything else. And that's another thing too as well. I liked about it is that they combined Resident Evils together as one from but different perspective. When you play this Grace, you're supposed to play as first person perspective, Resident Evil 7 type shit, mixed with Resident Evil 2 with it. You know what I'm saying? With the whole hip pouch and everything you needed. You know what I'm saying? That's Resident Evil 2 and 3 type shit, where you need like a hip pouch to like get extra slots and all that. They was doing that with Grace with Resident Evil 2 type shit. I like that idea. You have to go in certain rooms, get hip pouches and everything, lock doors, whatever, to get hip pouches and all that. I like that idea, and along with weapons and ammos and all that typical shit. And then on top of that too as well, you can add first person into perspective or third person, wherever you choose from, and to make it even more interesting, like a Resident Evil 7 mixed with Resident Evil 2 with the whole hip pouch and everything. If you play Resident Evil 2, 3, reference on, you know what I'm saying, reference of the old version of it or new version of it with the whole hip pouch shit, I think that's what it's supposed to be doing. So, yeah, I like that. I like that mixed feeling they were doing with Grace. It was combining different Resident Evil titles and putting on Grace. I like how Capcom does that shit. That was pretty unique and pretty interesting. They was trying to do. Leon is basically Resident Evil 4. Like when you play as Leon in this game, it's Resident Evil 4. Like except that Leon can Leon can like with like more executions and everything else. You're gonna have that case thing for Leon when you blow it up, and you're gonna like basically have all the weapons, ammos, and all that to leave really enough room for you to like basically to like get through and everything else, kind of like Resident Evil 4 type shit. Whereas Grace, it's gonna be Resident Evil 7 if you want to put that first person perspective, or Resident Evil 3, or third person perspective, your choice. And there's gonna be like a slot system where you can have what you need, like get some hip pouches, you want to like put more ammos and slots into it. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Along with making her, her way how she get her stuff and crafting, her stuff a bit more different than Leon's. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty unique, pretty cool. I like those. I like how they try to make it so different with Leon and with Grace. And that's pretty cool to me. I like that idea. I liked it. It was pretty awesome. So yeah, those are the two things I like. I actually, it was kind of like two things. Yeah, those are two things I like. They make it different, whatever. Last but not least, the story. It's it's out of this world. It's plain and simple. If you have been a Resident Evil fan like me for over 20 plus years, or if you just recently became a Resident Evil fan recently, one of the biggest things when it comes to Resident Evil games is the story. It's to understand what's really going on. And the story from the beginning all the way to the end, I understand it clearly now. You know what I'm saying? You basically, you're playing as Grace, obviously. Basically, you're playing as Leon. Pretty simple. You can play as both characters. Basically, you're basically Grace Ashcroft, your FBI analyst, whatever. You're discovering these bodies that's been going on mysteriously going on for for the last couple of days, whatever, and trying to find the fifth body, whatever, and see what's going on. And it turns out someone was watching you, and it turns out someone was trying to get you because you're this key to Elpis, basically. This it's supposed to be like a bioweapon like thing. You're supposed to like get, say the bioweapon, saying supposed to be like this quote unquote bioweapon thing you get in order to like, to control people basically from around the world. I think that's what Elpis was telling us. I think that's what Elpis was at first. But spoiler alert, it wasn't Elpis. We'll get to later on, right? There you discovered that the person that was following you throughout this whole entire time was Doctor Victor Gideus, one of the last very few Umbrella people that saw the whole incident with the whole entire Raccoon City shit or whatever. He believes that Elpis is the key to basically mind controlling people to as well and all this other type of stuff. Meanwhile, this dude named Zinion, who's the connection, the group connection, they basically working together to try to get Opus to be like this so-called bioweapon that could take over the world type of like things with powers and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was telling us what Elpin was first. This destiny shit. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's what they were saying to Grace, whatever. Then we found out that it makes sense because Grace actually was adopted by Osmond Spencer, not as a fucking twin bioweapon, whatever. No, as a legit, human being. So she was adopted by Osmond Spencer, and he was given off to Alyssa Ashcroft because obviously Osmond Spencer was on his dying breath, obviously, and everything else. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. And obviously, we found out that this Elpis was not a fucking. Well, meanwhile, with all that's happening, Leon's going to try to chase this girl as usual, like he did with Ashley back in Resident Evil 4, and basically, try to find a way what this Elvis is all about and why Grace involved with it. And now he wants to put a stop to it. Typical hero shit for Leon, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why Leon got himself involved because it was supposed to be like he was supposed to pour some missing shit to his wall. Then it turns out there was that girl getting captured, which was Grace Ashcroft. So that's why she was key to Elpis and everything else. So cool, I guess. And Leon's trying to go save this girl as usual, just like similar to Ashley from Resident Evil 4 with the whole Las Plagas shit, whatever. But nonetheless, though, uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And obviously, we found out that Elpis wasn't just no bioweapon shit. It was an antiviral thing. It was an antiviral thing that was a cure to the T virus. So if you have a T virus, use that. Basically, you're cured from it. Osmond Smith did this to make amends for his mistakes that he has done with the whole Raccoon City shit. And still, despite that, he's still a piece of shit. I don't care what no one says. I don't care if he adopted fucking 10,000 fucking Grace's Ashcroft in the world. He's still a piece of shit for what he did because he caused all this arc and everything. This is his fault. I don't care. We found out about it. Cure Leon, fighting Victor Gideus, and we ended up basically um, saving the world from mankind, I guess, from the whole entire Elpis shit, or basically saving the world from Victor Gideus trying to get Elpis, whatever. I don't know, but anyways, besides that though, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. The whole entire story of Resident Evil 9. I just summed it up in the shortest way as I possibly can. So that's all the good things about this game, honestly. And honestly, like I said, this game fantastic. I enjoy it for the most part. Granted, even though Grace was a bit weak and all of that, when there's no dodge in this fucking game, but I enjoyed it for the most part. It was very fun, and I hope Capcom do more of this type of shit in the near future or whenever they do decide to do a remaster of older Resident Evil games and all that. But that's not here, it's not there. If I rate this, it would have to be a 100% a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's a 100% a 9 out of 10. Yes, this game was solid for the most part. You plays different perspective for Grace and Leon. You get the Resident Evil 4 vibes from Leon. You get the Resident Evil 2 mixed with 7 vibes with Grace. If you choose to play on first person perspective, is your choice. You get whatever you want in this game that really makes this game so incredible. You know what I'm saying? And I can see this game potentially getting, nominated for Game of the Year. I don't see why not. It will be a snub if they don't get that shit because this game is beyond crazy, and they're doing updates, in the near summer, I believe, of 2026, and they are expanding the fucking story too as well. Which, if they do, I will come back and play it 100%, make a content on that one. So believe me on that one. So this game, solid overall. I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too as well. Amazing game all the way through. I think they're gonna go from here. What Capcom's gonna do? Well, they're gonna update, like I said, as usual. They're going to extend the story of Resident Evil 9. I don't know if we're gonna be playing as Chris Redfield, which boo. I hate Chris Redfield, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But If we have to play as him, so be it. He might be involved in this shit, whatever. But nonetheless, though, if we do play as Chris Redfield, I'm down with it. Whatever to the story extend it. I don't know if Leon's gonna be involved in this. That would be cool if Leon does be involved with this, but we have to wait and see. Um, and I hope there's no candy in this towards this shit. I really hope not. But this probably is gonna be candy in this because it does leave a lot of people questioning on certain things. But I would not be surprised if we get that in the in the story extension. So we have to wait and see on that one. But nonetheless, though, yeah, I think that's what they're gonna go for. I mean, I don't see what else they're gonna do. I hope maybe they're probably gonna make another Resident Evil, probably in the near future as usual. Or maybe Resident Evil 10, or maybe they do another remaster where we go back to play Resident Evil 1 or 0. Because many of you guys don't notice, what started this whole entire fucking G virus, T virus bullshit came from the mansion. It really started from the mansion. The Umbrella Corporation was doing the whole weird experiment bullshit in a mansion in Resident Evil 0 and 1. But not many people don't know that yet because they all think that this started in Reqium City, when in reality it started in the fucking mansion. That's where it all started in. The Umbrella was a sick fucking company, and it still is. So I do not mind if they do decide to get us back to the mansion. I'm cool with it if they do decide to do that. Granted, there's gonna be a lot of puzzling and everything else though, but I'm used to Resident Evil games to the point where it's going to be puzzles, so I do expect it. So, um, but yeah, I hope sincerely that that at some point, I lost my voice again. That at some point we do get another remaster. I would love to have another remaster, as long as they do not fucking take anything off of anything that was good that was in the original game. They did that with Resident Evil 4 a little bit with their remaster, but for the most part, everything stayed the same. But Resident Evil 3, my favorite Resident Evil game of all time, there were a lot of things that they took out that was beyond abysmal. It was so stupid. I hate that shit. And I hope that they don't take nothing out as time goes on. I really hope that they do keep everything the same in the Resident Evil. Whenever they do like a Resident Evil remaster, I hope they do keep everything the same because it adds not only more challenging to the game, but also we don't have to worry about so many other shit. Just like so many things missing. Because when Resident Evil 3 came out, my favorite Resident Evil game of all time, they missed so many hidden spots in that game. It was like it left a lot of players, it left a lot of taste in people's mouths. You know what I'm saying? I hope that they don't fuck this up whenever they do remaster another Resident Evil game in the near future. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, either they go for the remaster version of it or they go Resident Evil 10 and another things whatever character they want to go off of. Um, Either way, I'm cool with it, and I don't mind it because Capcom always cook with the remasters either way. So, and also whatever the new games that they do come out when it comes to Resident Evils and many more other games too as well. So, either way, like I said, I enjoyed the game. 9 out of 10, awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed the whole entire review and everything. I'll talk about Resident Evil 9. This is just my thoughts, opinions of the game. Like I said, I'm a little bit sick, a little bit. I apologize if I lose all my voice. I'm a bit sick right now. Dealing with a fucking nose infection, whatever, sinus shit, whatever. That's been dealing with me for the past 2 or 3 years. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. It's a pretty good game. And if you ever want to cop this game up, it's up to you. I highly encourage you if you're a fan of Resident Evil 4, 7, any of the Resident Evil games. Honestly, this game is perfectly for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for with this, and it's pretty cool. And I enjoyed it all the way through. I got the platinum trophy and everything. I'll show you guys at the end, like I promised you, and you guys are gonna see that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoy, today's video and everything else about Resident Evil 9. Get my thoughts and opinions on the game. Make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about Resident Evil 9 in general, where you got rated and everything. Like I said, I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't see why this shouldn't get nominated for Game of the Year, or at least get some nominated for awards, whatever. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed it. Living up to expectation. It did sell over 5 million copies when it first came out, which is really cool. And it has the highest. It broke the record for the most highest. For the most highest record for the most good critics good Metacritic score in Metacritic history. Like it just broke that record. And it's pretty cool. You know, so they broke that record and got 5 million copies sold. Um, and it was amazing. Like this game, I highly recommend you get this game. It's pretty cool. And for all the AAA companies out there, be like Capcom, do better. Please don't fucking just scam us for money and shit. Just be better. That's all I ask. Because I could go on and on about these AAA fucking companies being bullshit, whatever. But be like a 20,000 hour video, whatever, about this shit. But anyways, besides that though, hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all for all the support in the whole time Resident Evil 9. Stay serious. That means a lot to me as well. This is my first walkthrough I've ever done in 2026. There's going to be many more that are going to be coming out very, very soon. I haven't played almost all the games I want to play in 2025, so that will be coming up very soon too as well, along with the mix of 2026, games that are coming out too as well. I will be mixing in that along with the 2025 games because I haven't played those yet that I really want to play. So if you see any games that I do, that gameplay walkthroughs that I do that you already saw that came out in 2025, just beware, I haven't done those things. So I hope you enjoy and understand where I'm coming from, and hopefully I enjoy the ride for many more walkthroughs I do in the near future and in 2025 games that I need to go back and do, along with 2026 games and many more years to come with all the other games that are going to be coming out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy Resident Evil 9. Thoughts and opinions. My thoughts and opinions on Resident Evil 9. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'm getting up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, take care. I'm out. Peace. So this is all the hours I spent on Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I have over 34 hours into this game, and I 100% it as usual and all that. So there you go on that one. And of course, this one right here, Resident Evil Requiem, you know what I'm saying? Platinum Trophy. I Platinum Trophy this game, 50 out of 50. It's not that hard for real, for real. It's the easiest one. I say it's by far the easiest Platinum Trophy you can, like, get in a Resident Evil game, honestly, in my opinion. And over 20 plus years of being a Resident Evil fan, I literally, Resident Evil Requiem of all games is my first and ever my first ever platinum trophy that I did over Resident Evil game. I can't believe I platinum trophy this game. Like it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I was into this game too much. I had to replay it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, for the most part, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy going straight forward. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, that's by far the easiest Resident Evil you can platinum trophy ever. And now with that being said, I gotta go play. I gotta go like replay some of the Resident Evil games that I play on this channel and platinum trophy it. And those gonna be require a lot of replay value. But you know what? I'm already over it. I'll play it, replay it regardless. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the proof right there for whole platinum trophying. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, my first ever Resident Evil platinum trophy that I've ever done. So there you go.